Beehive Island was a sea island that had a peculiar shape. The entire island resembled a voluminous dark yellow beehive with countless pits and holes on the surface of the hive and a precise structure and countless tunnels inside. A rank 6 Gu immortal with broad shoulders and a thin waist wearing jade green battle armor was inside the beehive. This man was one of the followers of Miao Mingshen, Feng Jiang. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. The densely grouped red thread earthworms were shooting violently at Feng Jiang from all directions. The red thread earthworms could shoot themselves out like the flicking of a zither, so fast that Feng Jiang could only see a red light. The attack of the red thread earthworms was very sharp, and the swarms of red thread earthworms were able to make desolate beasts back away from them. Feng Jiang fought as he retreated. He was facing immense pressure. After a while, he was already covered in sweat. Even though his battle strength surpassed desolate beasts and he had many killer moves, he received this mission to quell the red thread earthworm calamity near the Beehive Island, to allow its ecology to return to normal. If Feng Jiang used his methods without holding back and unleashed his attacks, he could easily kill all of these red thread earthworms. But in that case, Beehive Island would be heavily damaged. Feng Jiang would receive few merit points. Damn it, Feng Jiang had no choice but to retreat and fly out of the hive, floating in the sky. The red thread earthworms were still in hot pursuit, shooting themselves into the sky and pursuing Feng Jiang. From countless holes, large amounts of red threads were shot out. Feng Jiang sighed and pulled away from the hive. These red thread earthworms could not hit their target. The red thread earthworms did not die from a fall of this height. Their bodies were soft but tough. After they loitered around for some time, they went back into the hive again. They did not follow the existing holes within the hive, but dug their own way through the hive's walls. This was very damaging to Beehive Island. There are too many red thread earthworms, and I'm afraid there are still desolate beasts inside. After all, I'm taking on a mid-sized mission. There is one more difficulty. The more the passage inside this hive extends inside, the narrower it becomes. It is very disadvantageous to me. Beehive Island was already covered in holes due to the red thread earthworms. If Feng Jiang fought inside, he might cause the destruction of the entire island. Feng Jiang was silent for a moment before making up his mind. He opened his immortal aperture's entrance as he summoned a large group of wild bees. These bees were all elites that had rank 5 battle strength. Their leader was even more powerful. It was a desolate beast bee. The abdomen of this wild bee was of peculiar form, being gyroscopic instead of ellipsoidal. It was most broad at the waist, extending out to the tail while becoming increasingly thinner. The surface of the gyroscopic belly had a black spiral pattern that was quite striking. All the wild bees were covered with dense fluffy hair and had large broad wings. This was the yellow gyro bee. Feng Jiang's immortal aperture raised a large number of bees. Yellow gyro bee was one of them with a unique status. Even though ordinary bees formed into groups, they consisted of members from the same species. Different ones could not live together. But not only could yellow gyro bees live with other wild bees, they could reproduce and even help to increase the numbers of the other species of bees. The yellow gyro bees were the core bee group of Feng Jiang's immortal aperture. Feng Jiang was an Eastern Sea Gu immortal. He was rich in cultivation resources, keeping a variety of bees in his immortal aperture and having more than 10 desolate beast wild bees. The yellow gyro bees had always been his main focus, but there were only 3 of them that were desolate beast level. This time, Feng Jiang mobilized a large group of yellow gyro bees. He was taking a huge risk in this situation. Under the command of Feng Jiang, the yellow gyro bees buzzed as if they were a yellow cloud that quickly burrowed into the hive. There were still swarms of bees in Beehive Island, but they were completely at a disadvantage compared to the red thread earthworms in terms of size. With the help of the yellow gyro bees, the bee group was confused for a moment before retaliating against the red thread earthworms entrenched in the lower part of the Beehive Island with a fierce attack. This was a fight for survival between their respective groups. It was a tragic battle. Beehive Island continued to shake as cracks appeared on its surface, rapidly expanding in size. Feng Jiang was prepared to take action. He immediately used methods to repair the island. He let his B group fight while he took on a support role. He was quite lucky when the red thread earthworms lost enough numbers. The sole desolate beast red thread earthworm retreated instead of fighting, leading its members away from the beehive. Feng Jiang looked as millions of red thread earthworms gathered in the sea like a huge red current, swimming away. He sighed as the weight in his heart was lifted. He hesitated for a moment. Should he chase after the red thread earthworms or ignore them now? While he hesitated, the red thread earthworms swam into the sea. Feng Jiang gave up the thought of chasing them. If he fought in the sea, he would have to give it his all, but there were many different sea beasts hidden within this sea area. I should not cause more uncertainty. Let's repair this beehive island first. He spent a day and night repairing it. Not only did he repair Beehive Island completely, he even reinforced many of its weaknesses. At the same time, he let out many bees in his immortal aperture and planted many special flowers to complete the ecology of this place. After all this, Beehive Island became completely revitalized. Not only did it regain balance, it even had more potential for future development. This is a mid-sized resource point now, Feng Jiang sighed. If possible, he wanted to take this Beehive Island for himself, but this was a merit mission. He was restricted by Paradise Earth. Feng Jiang had to give up on that idea. After returning to the merit obelisk, Feng Jiang looked at his merit points and found that he gained over 80 points from this mission. Feng Jiang stared blankly before regretting it. I did not get 100 points. It seems that my actions were not perfect. Back then, I should have eliminated the red thread earthworms. Letting them leave means that they are likely to attack Beehive Island again. That might not be it. The mission wanted me to balance the ecology of Beehive Island. Did I achieve that? I did not. This so-called ecology's core was Beehive Island, but the surrounding sea areas are also a part of it. I only modified Beehive Island but did not target the surrounding sea areas. That was my mistake. Thinking so, Feng Jiang sighed. A few days ago, after Fang Yuan returned to the merit obelisk, he saw the board and understood the situation. He explained the secret of the good person title to Miao Ming Shen and his allies. Thus, Feng Jiang exchanged for the good person title and could receive mid-sized missions. Now he completed his first mid-sized mission, but he was not happy at all. Not only was it because he did not understand the mission's requirements fully, he had also spent a lot for this mission. In order to get the merit points, his yellow gyro bees could not be retrieved. Of course, this exchange was not unfavorable. Merit points were related to Paradise Earth's true inheritance. Feng Jiang gave up his B group but gained points that could be exchanged for immortal goo if he had 10,000 or more. This trade was definitely worth it. Because in the outside world, Feng Jiang did not have any way to get these immortal goo. No matter how many desolate beast bees he had, he could not exchange for an immortal goo using them. But mid-sized missions are quite tough. I am specialized in raising bees. This mission suited me well, but I only got around 80 merit points. What about other missions? Feng Jiang looked at the board. Many missions were listed, but he could not take them. For example, the mission to repair an immortal formation. Feng Jiang did not have any methods to repair immortal formations. Or the one that required the healing of an ancient desolate beast's injuries. Feng Jiang's healing methods were not good enough. Feng Jiang suddenly understood why Fang Yuan kept this good person title as a secret. As long as he had a head start, Fang Yuan could choose missions that suited him. He could accumulate merit points rapidly. But Feng Jiang thought about it and felt something strange. No, even so, Chu Ying's merit points are rising too quickly. He is almost perfectly completing every mission. Is transformation path really this useful? At this moment, Feng Jiang was stunned, because white light flashed as Fang Yuan appeared beside him. Lord Chu Ying, Feng Jiang greeted. Fang Yuan nodded at him. His gaze was directed at the obelisk. His merit points went from the bottom position and surpassed everyone to reach the top 3 again. He gained 500 merit points at once. Feng Jiang saw this as his heart shook. I spent 1,000 merit points to get the really good person title. It allowed me to receive even better missions. Fang Yuan smiled and explained. Feng Jiang was stunned before bowing deeply. "Lord, thank you for the guidance." Feng Yuan nodded as he went to the other side of the obelisk, exchanging for his third title, Super Good Person. His merit points instantly fell by 500, becoming the last position again. Feng Jiang opened his mouth. He was curious about Feng Yuan's action, but he was astute. He did not ask when he saw that Feng Yuan was not going to talk about it. Feng Jiang was certain that Feng Yuan had exchanged for something extremely useful. Looking at the time, they should be back already. Feng Yuan walked towards Feng Jiang. He did not receive a mission immediately. Feng Jiang nodded. He knew that Feng Yuan was referring to Miao Ming Shen and others. He replied, "They should be here soon." Feng Jiang did not have outstanding strength among Miao Ming Shen's allies, yet he had already returned. The others were soon to arrive as well. Feng Yuan did not mind the wait. As expected, Miao Ming Shen and the rest returned quickly. They met with Feng Yuan. Feng Jiang quickly told the secret of the Really Good Person title to Miao Ming Shen and others. Miao Ming Shen had a thought. This title of Good Person can exchange for mid-sized missions, while Really Good Person can exchange for large-sized missions. This is a series of titles. If one can find out about the Good Person title, the Really Good Person title is no secret as well. They can easily connect the dots. But even so, Miao Ming Shen felt very grateful to Feng Yuan, because Feng Yuan had told them about the Good Person title. Meanwhile, Shen Clan and Ren Xiu Ping kept it from them. The ranking on the merit board was very important. Many rewards could only be exchanged once. The first person to get them would be the sole beneficiary. "Brother Miao, you do not need to fear Shen Kong Sheng. I have a way to get far away from Shen Kong Sheng when we teleport outside. The distance is enough for us to stay safe." Feng Yuan lied, but Miao Ming Shen and the rest felt deeply shocked. Gui Qi's brows rose. "It is a reward on the merit obelisk." Indeed, Feng Yuan nodded, but he had no idea if that existed. Miao Ming Shen and the rest could not help but believe him. Why? Because Chu Ying's attitude towards Shen Kong Sheng was simply courting death. The fact that he remained so fearless meant that he had some sort of assurance. Feng Yuan continued, "I can receive large-sized missions, but I cannot complete them alone. I need all of your help." Saying so, he received the large-sized mission on the obelisk and shared the details with Miao Ming Shen and others. Miao Ming Shen and the rest felt shocked. After receiving information of the mission, their expressions changed. He could actually do that. The truth was, Miao Ming Shen had discovered this secret personally in the previous life. The Super Good Person title allowed one to share missions. For Gu Immortals, mid-sized missions were difficult to do alone. Having other people's help made it easier. Even though they would share the merit points, if their efficiency at solving missions increased, the benefits far outweighed the costs. Miao Ming Shen could choose to accept it or not. Feng Yuan could share missions, but he could not force them to take it. Miao Ming Shen only thought about it for a while before accepting the mission. He had just completed a mid-sized mission. He had the same feelings as Feng Jiang. Feng Yuan had an easy time because he cultivated every path. Miao Ming Shen and the rest were ordinary Gu Immortals. They cultivated one path, and most of the time, only certain missions suited them. Since completing mid-sized missions was not easy and they had to put in a lot of investment, Miao Ming Shen was more willing to work with Feng Yuan and attempt something new.